Hi everybody. We are on week 4 of remote learning, which is crazy. We'll find out this week whether or not we get to come back sooner or at all this school year. So yeah, stay tuned for that. I don't really know what's gonna happen, but I'm not thinking we'll be back to school next week by any means. So I'll just let you know what you've got in to do for this week. Okay, so each of you will have a folder like this at the front table when you come pick up work, and inside is all of this stuff. So there's our normal, the weekly checklist that has everything highlighted that you need to turn in, and I made it a little bit easier for you. I'm uploading all the keys to the Google folder that says Miss Lewis assignment help, I think, or Miss Lewis homework help, one of those things. It's on the Google Drive, but the folder is in the files in Remind, so you can get on there and look for those keys, parents, so that you can help your students if you need to. A new thing I'm doing this week is I'm hosting a 30-minute Zoom meeting. Hopefully, my goal is daily, both at 9 o'clock and 3 o'clock, just for like 20-30 minutes. So if anyone wants to jump on our meeting and ask some questions that maybe the rest of the group would want to know, or just they want to pop on and say hi, they can. If you need like extra individual help, I prefer that you just get a hold of me on message, Remind message or an email, and we can set up a time to one-on-one Zoom or Google Hangout or Teams or whatever is easiest for you guys to get onto. Because the group is more like okay, this is how we do this, or if anyone's having questions, this is how we do that. Okay, so it's just a few things, pretty short, kind of like last week. The only thing I switched out or added was the writing, because now we should be done with our COVID journal writing. Okay, and then I have the daily outline that just gives you the little bit of things to do every day, so you're not just like overwhelmed for hours and hours every day. Just our novel work again. We're reading chapters 19 through 24 and How to Eat Fried Worms. We're like over halfway done after this week, which is exciting. We're going to be writing an opinion piece and doing some coloring, just like a kind of a little more fun stuff for our, besides like the writing in the journal, for something different this week. Everything else should be pretty much on par with what we've been doing. The freckle assignments, good job last week with those. I'm going to push it down to just one assignment a day, and because we do our 5-a-days also, and hopefully we get enough math practice in those, I might assign fact practice in hopes that you do it, but I don't want to like dock a grade if you don't do it. So we'll see how that's going. Parents, you let me know if you want me to add more or keep it as is. Okay, so weekly, daily checklist. Okay, the next thing I try to make as easy as possible for you by stapling the paper things that you need to take a picture and give back to me or turn back into me. Okay, so the first thing, it's one of our writing things. I noticed in a lot of our reading, not a lot, but enough to where I needed to bring it up again. In a lot of our reading responses, that students were just like writing out an answer. They weren't restating the question like we've been learning to do all year long. So I printed out a practice sheet for using your question or restating your question in your answer. So for example, number 1 says, what is your full name? You don't just write your full name, right? You would say, my full name is, and then you say your full name. So restating your question within your answer, we have to learn how to do that, or to keep doing that, because I know you all know how. Where were you born? You wouldn't just say Sydney, Montana. You would say, I was born in Sydney, Montana. The whole goal of restating the question in your answer is that if someone were to see that sentence and think, oh, what were they talking about? You could make up a question knowing exactly what the answer would be based on that one single sentence. Okay, so that's the first, front and back. It's just 13 of those. Shouldn't take very long. The next thing is the 4 seasons. This is the opinion writing, so the new writing stuff for this week. If you look closely, it'll say M. So that means Monday. So just on Monday, we're going to brainstorm and then choose 3 reasons. So Monday, this is the only part you have to do, okay? Then we'll go to T, Tuesday. So on Tuesday, you would fill out this little section right here. Okay, so I don't want you doing everything in one day, because that's just going to drive you crazy, okay? Wednesday, right here. because the W is for Wednesday. So you're going to do this section here, and then there's the arrow here, so you're going to make sure you have this stuff here. Thursday, you're going to edit and revise and make sure you have all the check marks listed off. Friday, you're going to write your final draft. Okay, I've included 3 or 4 pieces of lined paper for you to do your draft and your final draft on. So that will also have to be turned in, but I didn't staple it because it didn't go through the copy machine. Okay, and then the last thing that's in the stapled packet is color by character trait. So we've done this with like the point of view. We've done this sheet a couple times with some different reading what's the word I'm looking for? Skills that we've learned this year, but we haven't done character trait yet. So the directions are pretty simple on here. It lists different character traits and the colors that correspond with them. So you would read the passage and then, okay, I'm not reading these, I'm just making this up. So say number 1 is brave. Then I would go here and I would color this triangle, or this, wow, we just learned geometry. I would color this rectangle red. Or if you don't have colors, you can just write brave, like in this space down here, and that's fine too. Okay, so that's also a front and back. That's the paper things that I didn't already have sent home that you will have to do to get back to me. Okay, along with the extra lined paper here. Okay, then Mrs. Meldal gave you a music worksheet, so it gives you directions on the sheet. If you have any questions about anything music, you got to email her and call her, because I don't know the music stuff, okay? And then these are just the for fun things again, or just extra things to do that are for fun at home. So I've passed these out the last 2 weeks. Now I have week 3. I don't know if anyone's done any of these. No one's given me any feedback, but they look kind of fun. So this one's kind of cool. Like number 2 says, grab a bag of colored candy, such as Skittles or M&Ms, and make a graph of the number of candies in each color in the bag. So we've learned how to graph. We did that last unit in math. So it's just random things like make your own board game, include written directions, and then play it with a friend or family member. So it's just fun things that aren't just like a school assignments, but it's going to help you stay sharp up there. Okay. And then this I thought it was really fun. It's just a reading challenge. Just like our reading bingo that we did, the same sort of thing. Again, this is not required. It just gives you ideas of how to make reading a little bit fun. So that's an option there. I'm going to switch to the back page here. I have your homework log for reading. I'm not giving you a grade on this, but I know a lot of parents prefer that their students do this, so I'm going to keep sending this out every week as well. And then the last thing, I don't know if anyone watched last week. I only posted a few videos because I didn't see a lot of views or anything on it. So this week I'm sending home our math word problem of the day for week 2. So I'm sending home these sheets so you can work through them either with me on the video or do it ahead of time and see how well you did by watching the video or something. So there's Monday through Thursday on the front page, and then Friday is a big one on the back page. So I'm going to try and get those videos out day by day this week. Maybe I'll video them all in the morning and you can get to them. So that's all I've got for this week. Remember, you do not have to log on to the Zoom meetings. It's just if you have any questions or you just want to pop in and see your friends, you don't have to participate in the meeting or anything like that. It's just like to pop in and say hi. And getting pretty far in our reading. Any other questions, just let me know. I think we're kind of getting the hang of this at home learning, which is not fun for me or you, I'm sure, but we'll get through it. Okay, so if you have any questions, just let me know, and you can give me a chat on Remind or on Teams. Bye, guys.